Hopefully not. I was not really that excited about it. Kailangan walang loopholes, walang butas. Kumbaga nanonood ako, sabi ko kahit wag na yung panoorin, yung drama, lunukin ko na lang yung mga kung ano man ang maibibigay. I was really totally surprised kay Brent Manalo. Very, very disappointing sa akin and very sad actually. Nauga ako. However, hindi ko masisisi dito si Ralph. Buti na lang nandyan si AZ to save him. Oy, mga kuyakoy, this is your Kuya Mike, ang Kuya News America, and this is for mga kuyakoy vlogs. Okay. Ayan tuloy-tuloy pa rin yata ang gera. Pero hindi ko alam umuhupa and then biglang aatras itong aming presidente, lalaban pa rin daw, and at the same time, ang Iran nagsasabing hindi, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang gera, mataas ang gasolina here. In fact, kumuha na ako ng isang credit card na kung saan nagbibigay ng discounts. Yes, nagbibigay ng 35 cents discount. So, was able to get that. Fortunately, nakuha natin right away at kanina lang nagpagasolina ako for 65 here in Michigan at naging 35 cents, parang around 4:30. We'll see how this really develops ng ground forces ang Amerika. Hopefully not. Ayan sa wakas napanood ko na o napapanood ko na yung Hotel 88 na talagang talagang pinagbigyan ng GMA at ABS-CBN itong mas nakararamin na mga housemates na talagang I tell you very successful yung kanilang run na kung saan nagsama ang ABS-CBN at GMA. And then right now, they are creating this Hotel 88 pa serye. So far, ganito. When I found out actually na ang serye would be a mystery, drama, thriller, I knew right away, my gosh, baka this is not the right genre for the PBB collab group, no? Kasi napaka-fun ng grupo na to, and then all of a sudden ibabagsak, ilalagay sa isang matinding serye na may not show yung fun atmosphere, no? Andiyan pa naman sila Esnir, andiyan pa naman sila Clarice Clang, and then of course AZ, and then sila Ralph. So I was not really that excited about it na ganun nga mangyayari, no? It could have been like a light drama and konting patawa, romantic comedy, but to have a mystery drama parang napakabigat. And more than that, kasi ang hirap gumawa ng totoong mystery drama na kung saan talagang kailangan walang loopholes, walang butas yung kwento. Mabigat na ito for the writers to come up with a real kapanapanabik na thriller. And so far, totoo nga, it's not really the best. Kumbaga nanonood ako only for the cast, no? I think ang huli kong napanood na talagang mystery drama is yung Dirty Linen. I think nanalo ng award ang Dirty Linen, no? Yeah, it won Best Asian Drama. And it was effective. It was quite effective actually. Dito para bang wala Sabi ko kahit wag na yung panoorin yung drama, lunukin ko na lang yung mga kung ano man ang maibibigay ng mga cast na ito, no? Cast members. And I was really totally surprised kay Brent Manalo. Gosh, para bang ibang Brent ang nakita ko rito. Very, very effective yung kanyang portrayal na kung saan para bang hirap, no? Hirap siya and at the same time tumatakas sa utang. Really, parang swak na swak. Iningatan yung kanyang character dito. I was so impressed. I was so impressed kay Brent na kung saan before na para ba napaka-lackadaisical or lackadaisical ng kanyang the way magsalita, no? Sometimes parang very chill. Pero in this case, lumalabas. So, eksaktong-eksakto yung kanyang pagganap as Gio. And then, I also like Will, Ashley, no? Yung light moments nila nung family niya. Again, it's the batuhan, the script, or the lines actually, kinatutuwa ko. Na ibibigay naman, no? Na yung script. Pero yung, kumbaga, yung format, yung kwento, yung probably it really needs some polishing. I don't know kung mapapolish pa nila kasi dapat kailangan sa umpisa pa lang talagang maganda na yung tahi. You cannot make any changes midstream, lalo na pag ganitong parang mystery thriller. Ang huli ko napanood naman ng mystery thriller ay yung sa Netflix, yung kagaya sa Glass Onion, yung kasama si Glenn Close, no? So napanood ko yan part 2 and 3, pero yung very first hindi ko napanood. So again, it really has to start na mataas yung antas ng script writing na hindi mo makikitaan ng butas. Among the three brothers, mga Fernandezes, very, very disappointing sa akin and very sad actually yung portrayal ni nung paborito nating si Ralph. Kumbaga yung kwento starts with Ralph alone, wala si AZ, and that is fine. Ang problema ko lang, the first probably week was nauga ako na sa disappointment sa pagganap ni Ralph De Leon. However, ito yung akin, no? Hindi ko masisisi dito si Ralph. Yung editing, yung script, yung mga lines niya, sayang, no? Yung character actually, no? Na kung saan head siya ng isang business, no? Apparently, he got fired and he was failing. Kumbaga, hindi lumbas yung angst niya as a failure. And sayang, maganda sana yung angulo, no? That he is such a failure. No, lalo na sa mata ng kanyang stepfather, pero hindi nakita yung feelings niya as a failing manager. I wish pinakita yun. Ang masisisi ko talaga rito is that napabayaan yung character niya. So sayang, that could have been an anchor sa kwento ni Ralph. And halos hindi makagalaw si Ralph sa kanyang acting. In other words, he was not given enough details and nuances to cling on sa kanyang character. Pero yun na, nagkausap sila nung stepfather ni Ralph, all too late. And at the same time, parang one of those scenes lang yun, no? Pero sayang. Tinalang nandyan si AZ to save him. Pero I'm hoping na makabawi si Ralph, and it seems na napapanood ko na yung kay Ralph and kay AZ mukhang nababawi na, no? Na so far mukhang okay na si Ralph. So far I'm enjoying naman yung kwento and tutok ako. Okay? Tutok. O yan tutok ako. Any case, again, to si Kuya Mike, ang kuya nyo sa Amerika, for oy mga kuya koy.